mind of President Obama is growing. Some are angry that he has not used the term radical Islam. But today, the president pushed back against those critics, even appearing angry.
What exactly would using this label accomplish? What exactly would it change? Would it make ISIL less committed to trying to kill Americans? Calling a threat by a different name does not make it go away. This is a political distraction. There's no magic to the phrase radical Islam. It's a political talking point. It's not a strategy.
Florida Governor Rick Scott is here to go on the record. Good evening, sir. You know, I'm sorry to see you here tonight. I know this isn't the job that you wanted. When you became governor, you didn't think it was going to be one like this.
No, I never thought this. I've been talking to family members, and the stories are just disheartening. I talked to a mom that heard the story about how her son bled to death after being shot. She thinks he was a hero trying to save others. I talked to an individual that was shot 3 times. I talked to a dad that was lost his son, but he was focused on how do we make sure that we share information so this will never happen again.
All right, have you heard from President Obama?
No, I've not heard from President Obama. They had invited me on Thursday to meet him on the tarmac.
And you're going to meet him on the tarmac?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll meet him on the tarmac.
He had the fuss today about the term radical Islam. Is that simply a label, or is that important?
I think it's important. Look, this is evil. We know it's evil. Here's the way I think about it. Go listen to these stories. Listen to the stories of the people that survived. Listen to the story of the people that passed away. What they expect all of us to do, and it's pretty logical. We've got to destroy ISIS. At some point, we have to say, how many lives is enough? We lost Stephen Sotloff right here in Florida. He was beheaded by ISIS, a journalist from Miami. Now we have 49 people murdered, slaughtered. We have 43 people injured. When is enough? When are we going to say to ourselves, we've got to destroy ISIS? We've got to say, we're going to stop the evil of radical Islam. At some point, as a society, as Americans, we have to be furious about this. I'm furious about it. I don't want it to happen in my state again.
Well, it was interesting yesterday. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton said we can't contain them. We have to destroy ISIS. And I thought, and I suspected that was sort of a reference to President Obama, that he was trying to contain them and not destroy them. And I thought it was a slight departure from him, stepping back from him.
I want to destroy him. What they've done to this community, to the gay community here, to the Hispanic community here, to Florida, to our nation. I mean, what they're doing is they're attacking our fabric of life. So I want to have a vetting process so we know who's coming into our country. I want that shared with my law enforcement. I want my citizens to be safe. If the federal government's going to allow somebody to come into my state, they vetted them, tell me.
All right, what are you going to say to President Obama on the tarmac on Thursday?
I'm going to ask him, what is his plan to, 1, destroy ISIS? What are you going to do to destroy ISIS, to stop radical Islam? What are you going to do to make sure, let's remember this, Greta, after the Paris attacks, the White House told me they would not share information, vetting information about Syrian refugees to my law enforcement. Now,
so I assume on a tarmac he's either going to duck that or dodge you, or he's going to say, talk to my chief of staff, I'm going to go talk to the next person. And you're going to say what?
Well, I'm going to say, I care about my citizens. I care about everybody who lives in my state. I want my citizens to be safe. I want to destroy ISIS.
And indeed, we all do, I think. We all do. It's just incredible. I mean, the way these people have suffered down here, it's just unthinkable. Anyway, Governor, it's always nice to see you. Especially these circumstances, though, make it particularly rough. Thanks, sir.